All right, officers are in a foot pursuit of the suspect at this time. Again, we're going to stay out of the area.
We're taking him into custody. And with 35, he dropped his gun mid-block on the west side.
All right, so the gun has been dropped and will be recovered, so that threat for officers.
Yeah, well, let's get a perimeter. 35, we don't need a perimeter. He's in custody. Go for the beeper.
And that's the kind of outcome we love.
This is Sam, 3, copy. Good job, guys. Where are you exactly? Out 32, just confirming we still need to recover the gun. Number 32 from Foort.
We're working on getting him in the car right now, but we'll walk back in a second.
Sam, 3, copy. Where are you guys and where is the gun?
The gun may be behind us.
It should be on the west side of the street, mid-block on the sidewalk between G and H, I think. But we're in the alley by our car.
Okay, on 27?
No, it's going to be on 28th Street.
Copy that. If you guys are okay, I'll go look for the gun.
Yeah, we're fine.
Sam, 3 on 906. Answer text.
All right, so at this point, they've got a good idea where the weapon is, and one Sam 3 is now arriving to search for it.
35, no use of force, but start fire code 2 for this gentleman. He's breathing heavy.
Poor baby. Looks like he wants to get out of jail free card. He's probably been through this before.
Sam 3, if we could still have K9 come over here, he can help me search. Turn K9 up on the door.
Yeah, Sam 3. I'm getting off at E Street right now.
Copy that. 35 from Sam 3, just make sure your ICCs are running, please.
You need to get in here? All right, officers are out now looking for the gun, which may be right in front of us. Reportedly, the gun was tossed before the guy ran into the alley. So we're hoping that they find it. Sorry.
35.
Search is still on.
33. Where'd you say you last saw him with the gun?
Yeah, we're on 28th and H. It's probably in a backyard over here if you want to meet us. Over here.
Alright, we're right around the corner. You're right there.
It's a big area to search.
And Sac 33. Can add us to the call, please.
And K9 will be coming out. They may be able to do an article search.
Alpha 32. I'm trying to make contact at 2731 H's and Henry Street.
You know, this could very well have been our guy. He would have made it up here by this time from 22nd and F. You know that?
The guy walking?
Yeah.
He probably was. Walked right by us.
Well, it's a good thing they have the app on the phone to map it, because the utility companies won't do it.
No.
All right, K9's out. They're also having to check with some neighbors to gain access to their yards, because it's very possible that he tossed it over a fence.
Jeffrey, go ahead. Yeah, we're going to have the TAC units go over and contact the victim, so possibly be doing an infield. So we're going to be diverting them.
All right, so at this point, they're going to contact our victims from 24th and I.
32. We'll be checking the backyard at 2731 just for canines. So 32 checks.
And hopefully our field show-up is positive. We don't want to interfere. I'd sure like to get a closer look and see if it's our guy from 22nd and F. But officers are doing their job. We've got to do ours and stay well removed from the scene itself. Officers are conducting a very thorough search for the handgun. Very difficult to do under these circumstances.
What year, AZRO?
We'll be pausing this video throughout this ordeal through the field show-up and hopefully the recovery of the weapon. So please bear with us if it's a little disjointed. All right, our fire department is on scene to take care of our poor armed robber. That little methodology suggests to me this guy probably has a long criminal history.
1032 came out at midnight 55.
And knows a way to delay a trip to jail is to feign illness, or in this case, shortness of breath. Gosh, surprise, surprise, you run from the police and you're going to be short of breath. In any event, fire's on scene. I guess they're circling around trying to figure out where best to make contact with the officers that are in the middle of the alley. Meanwhile, officers are still searching for the weapon. Well, we had to give up our vantage point because the fire department decided to come down the alley.
Good. Are you okay to break down the two channels now? Yes, ma'am.
All right, in addition to the engine company, we now have paramedics coming in an ambulance to go deal with our armed robber. So now the circus begins.
A little playground that would be just to the north of the alley. When's the last time we caught with the gun? Did we have thrown it somewhere in the school area as well with the phone?
All right, so a phone has been recovered.
Right on the corner of 28th and H. Henry is when we spotted him. As soon as we tried to jump out, he bolted back northbound and about mid-block on 28th. Threw his hands up and then something heavy hit something sturdy. So that's probably where the gun is, over here somewhere. We're still trying to search over here.
All right, so for this unit to
you can stop singing the phone, and we'll just wait for the CSI to come to photograph it.
All right, so one of the phones taken.
Copy, thanks, Shadow. Have CSI start if they're not already.
One of the phones taken in the armed robbery has been recovered in the school grounds down the street. Gun still outstanding. Officer is pretty certain that it hit the ground in the middle of the pursuit, which would put it right where we are now. With a little bit of luck, fire is going to recognize what's going on and tell our armed robber that he's just fine and fit to go to jail, assuming that we get a field show up and a positive ID. Although at this point I don't even know if that would be absolutely necessary. But then again, probably. Let's hope the victims are willing to do that and can ID the guy. At this point, we're going to pause again, waiting for fire to clear so that we can get back into our position to observe the field show up and hopefully a positive ID so that our guy that ran from police, who's likely the suspect, will be spending the night in jail. And we just hope the sheriff won't let him out before the sun comes up in the morning or before the reports are done. Sorry for being a little sarcastic, but that's what our officers have been putting up with for the last few months. All right, the good news is Bubba doesn't have any problems that would preclude his trip to jail here in a few. Fire is clean.
For him to the jail in Maui.
Fire is cleaning the scene, which will allow us to get back on our perch and finish this video up. Great job by Sac PD after some delays early on after the robbery, but the bad guy has been caught and we're just now waiting for a field show up and recovery of the weapon, which we hope will happen. Radio channel has gone to 2-channel operations, which is going to make it a little more difficult for us to provide you with information as it's coming on, because we'll be receiving traffic from districts 1 and 2. We're back in our spot now, waiting for the field show up.
Team is able to clear for the 242 in progress and 3B boy.
All right, I anticipate this could be the setup for our field show up. Not clear, but victims were going to be transported, and this is going to be it. All right, we're in the process of the field show up. The subject's going to be taken out of the patrol car, and there's a spotlight on him, and the victims are observing from the patrol car. And we're soon going to find out if this is going to be a positive. Apologize for the fact that our video is fuzzy. We're at a distance, obviously, and so we can't focus in on the show up itself.
Controlling an upgraded 933R and 3B.
But at least we'll hear the outcome, and if it's positive, we can go home and log off. So far, the weapon has not been recovered, in spite of a very exhaustive search by patrol and canine. All right, the subject has now been taken out of the vehicle.
The same guy.
I can't be sure, but we now have a patrol unit. It's going to be moving into the alley as well. So our vantage point is going to be a little blocked here. And all we're waiting to hear is positive ID. I could not tell from this distance if it was the same individual that we observed at 22nd and F, walking eastbound on F from 22nd, but same height, same build. The only thing missing from our guy was glasses, and it looked like he had a pullover sweatshirt with a hoodie that was down. So we'll soon see. Waiting for a radio broadcast now on the outcome of the field show up.
Lima 34. Can you log us off, please?
I don't know if we're having a problem with the infield show up or not. It's taking an unusually
Alpha 18, I copy. Show me on a traffic stop.
long period of time.
Found a green Dodge Caravan. Del Paso.
And I apologize for the District 1 and 2 traffic in the background here. We're still waiting for some word. Our two female victims that we made contact with at 24th and I are with officers now, away from where the suspect was taken out of the car for the field show up. So there's definitely a lot of conversation going on here. And I'm sure that a lot of that has to do with and concern over the fact that there's still a weapon outstanding here somewhere. The victims came over to thank us for our small part in this activity tonight, realizing what our officers are up against now. So we talked to them about nextdoor.com. We told them that on their own block is a new watch group forming and encouraged them to get involved. Two very nice ladies, not really knowing that their 2-block area has been a hot spot for burglaries, bike thefts, auto thefts, and U.S. postal mail and package thefts. Well, they're informed now, and the important thing is they've made a positive identification of our robbery suspect. So he's going to be going to jail, and we're going to be going to bed. All's well that ends well when an arrest is made. Great job by Sac PD. Great witnesses from victims.